savant. And I know people say, oh, there's people who are mad scientists or offensive gurus. No, he is a Yale graduate. He is the kind of person that probably should be a scientist, but he just loves the game of football, right? And so he approaches it as such. He does not take any cliche. He does not take things the way that they've done. He doesn't, go with the flow because he's been told to do it this way. He gets a kick out of finding a different way, flipping what you think about football on its head, and then putting into practice to say, aha, I told you there was a better way to do it.
So what did he do?
No, he says, break the rules of everything that they've taught you, because that means they've also taught the defenses that and the D coordinators. So we're going to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing, because that's the only way to innovate. So this is the kind of stuff he sits there in the meeting room and says. And when, as players, it's like, oh man, this isn't going to work. But then slowly you start having these games and these career games, and then the game slows down and it starts to become easier. That's why you have players that have played for him swear by him.
So you...
I'm having a tough time not visualizing a one-play drive here.
And the touchdown to Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, here we go.
Says on the beat, boy.
Cause he wanna light. Headlights, I've been with midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, trying to get my mind right. Push the bucket to the lip, push that bitch into the fence. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Headlights, I've been with midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, trying to get my mind right. Push the bucket to the lip, push that bitch into the fence. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Yeah.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy DMV back with another one. Excited about this one because as a young offensive mind myself, I really like to dive into the film of creative play callers. You know what I'm saying? The young innovative talent out there. And Mike McDaniel is one of those guys who comes from the Kyle Shanahan tree, who comes from the Mike Shanahan tree, who also had Sean McVay there. Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan are two of the three play callers that I really try to understand and kind of mimic and take from those guys. And Brian Broaddus once said it on Boss's show, the best offensive coordinators, they kind of take from each other. And you can see from the Cowboys offense and the things that they're doing with the push motion now, they kind of got that from Miami. Miami was doing that and using that to innovate space for the speed that they have. So we're going to dive into some of the things that Miami likes to do. And we're going to also watch how some of the teams in the NFL were able to slow them up, how you can slow Miami up, and the things that Dallas is going to have to do if they want to be able to win this game. So before you do anything else, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Like a true Shanahan run offense, it's predicated on the run. Now, as a defense, you want to make sure that you're gap aligned and you're aligned right so that you can stop the run. Now, what I'm going to do is show you a couple of different ways that they get creative using motion and tosses. So they're going to do what I like to call a creep motion here, and they're just going to toss to that side, and it's almost like a toss crack there. They love to do toss cracks. I've seen them do toss traps. Mike McDaniel loves to do tosses, as you can see right here. And if you dive through their film, you'll see them do quite a bit of it. They have running backs in A-Chain and Mostert. Both of them are really fast. So they have a lot of speed in that backfield. And one of the Dallas Achilles heels has been, the edge. So I expect Miami to try to attack the edge against Dallas with some of these toss cracks and hoping that Dallas plays undisciplined football. This play, I think, might be called a 19 sift or something like that, but all it is just an outside zone with the toss with the fullback leading. And they execute it. They do all that to set up the play action game with H slices and all of that type of stuff. When I mean H slice, I mean like the H back going backside. So it's all about misdirection. You want to make sure that if you are running, you want to make it look as if, or if you're doing play action, you want to make it as if it is a run. That way you create and you move linebackers and safeties. So you're going to see them do that again here. They do a very good job of it. Dallas, in order to be able to stop some of this stuff, they're going to have to be able to get into Tua's line of vision. So Tua is a short quarterback in today's NFL. So you're just going to have to close the pocket on him. And when you close the pocket on him, it's really hard for him to see routes developing over top. And he's liable to throw the ball to you. He can throw the ball to you. Also, he's a guy that if he gets hit, things can change. And as you can see, Mike McDaniel, they had to add a camera to his helmet in the offseason in order to see what he's seeing so that they can drive home specific points, as it says right there in the graphic. The way you slow down the speed and the spacing of this offense is you have to align properly and play discipline. As you can see, the Jets do that here in the first matchup. They gave them fits in the first half of that game. And look, they get in his line of vision. He's going to play curled flats, and he's going to get the pick six here. They get in his line of vision. Easy peasy. And you're going to see it a couple of times as I show different clips. So here, they're just going to, look, he's going to play curled flats. He's going to sit right on the slant where Tua wants to go, and they're going to, make a play right here, and he's going to be short of the mark. So the Jets do a very good job, and as you guys know, they always do a good job of aligning and keeping everything in front of them. And that's what Dallas is going to have to do. They're just going to have to, they're going to have to play some zone. They're going to have to mix it up a little bit. And that's what you see in the commonality of these clips. They play zone, these teams, when they go with the motion, and they just do their job. They're disciplined when they're playing it. But this is what happens when you don't play properly. Look how far over the safety is. They catch them in man. And this is what happens. This is when keeping it real goes wrong. And they're going to do the same thing again. Look, he's going to fake like he's going in the backfield, do push motion, go upfield. I don't know why teams allow him to still keep eating up cushion, or why safeties don't cheat over. But that's what happens when you don't align properly. So the Cowboys are going to have to do three things. They're going to have to stop the run. They're going to have to get into his line of vision. And they're going to have to play disciplined football on the defensive side of the ball. Now, I can personally tell you, as an offensive coordinator, a former offensive coordinator, as a youth coach, the one thing that bothers you more than anything is when a team is disciplined and they tackle well. So Dallas is also going to have to tackle well. Last week, Dallas played a lot of grab ass against Buffalo. With this speed, you're going to have to put pad on pad. You're going to have to slow them up by hitting them. The one thing that I will say about Miami is that they're a less physical version of what San Francisco is. But if you allow them to run, he's going to run the ball all day. We've seen Mike McDaniel do that to us in the playoffs, where if you're allowing 3 to 4 yards a carry and you're not showing any resistance, he's going to keep going to the well and keep going to the well. So Dallas, if they can do these three things, I think they can be in the ball game to win. I do think it's a very, very winnable game, but Dallas is going to have to do this on the defensive side of the ball. And I appreciate you guys for stopping by, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.